Some school districts will go back to class in just a few weeks.
And Fox 13 News has learned that state health and education leaders are working on plans to do that safely as COVID-19 cases are on the rise again.
Fox 13's Ben Winslow has more from Utah's Capitol Hill.
Utah's Department of Health is working with education leaders, local health departments, and lawmakers on a plan for back to school. This year will be tricky.
We know that there are a significant chunk of school kids who are not yet eligible for the vaccine.
That will factor into quarantine and isolation plans for schools.
We know that there are going to be COVID-19 outbreaks in our schools. And so we're working with schools and with local health departments to come up with a disease plan that really spells out for schools and for parents what they can expect.
Test to Play, which offered COVID-19 tests for student athletes, won't be back in the fall. The legislature didn't require it. But it did require schools to have Test to Stay, which means if there's an outbreak, to keep a school open, they offer COVID-19 testing to avoid shutting down the school for quarantine. The legislature banned mask mandates for all K-12 schools. Now, new CDC guidance recommends that fully vaccinated teachers and students don't need to wear masks.
The legislature has been clear that there will be no mandate. However, the CDC guidance does still recommend people who are not vaccinated wear masks in public places. That would include schools.
I teach in high school and I teach seniors. So my experience, I didn't have much difficulty in terms of students wearing masks. I think if it's a recommendation, that's always easier to manage rather than a mandate.
Renee Pinckney is a high school social studies teacher and the vice president of the Utah Education Association, the state's largest teachers union.
We have always believed and supported that decisions should be based on the science.
Utah's Department of Health says with schools starting next month, the time to get eligible children and adults vaccinated is now.
COVID-19 vaccination is the best preventive step that we have right now that will allow schools to safely operate this fall. So it's critically important for teachers, staff, students who are eligible, if they have not been vaccinated, to start that process as soon as possible.
On the Hill, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News.